Hey guys, back with another what if. This is a new what if. I actually thought about it. What if Deku had adapting quirk? But I'm not gonna start from like a short age. Everything will still continue as in canon, like Deku getting bullied. He doesn't know how to quirk. I'm just gonna start when Deku gets All Might's quirk. But I'm gonna say this: Deku finished the trash in like three days, and actually got the quirk very early on. But All Might will actually suggest Deku to get into like martial arts classes. And Deku actually not, but he doesn't have the money to get into it. But All Might assured him he's fine and he can actually borrow some of his money because All Might's rich for some reason in this version. But he's not like a hogger or a fake hero, something like that. So he actually obliged giving Deku certain money to get in martial arts. So Deku learning I'm gonna say this. I'm doing some references. Deku's learning Goku stance, the term like hermit fighting stance. He will learn that. He will learn all that techniques. And at first, Deku thought he would just not get it, and so Deku's still trying to get determination. He somehow is adapting how he's fighting. So Deku's like doing all the moves, and at first he was sloppy, and then until when he did it a second time, he was getting adapted. Like he did it perfectly. And the teacher was impressed, started teaching Deku more and more techniques. So Deku was basically learning as he fights and as he learns. And the teacher thought he might learn this technique, and it's called Ki. But I'm gonna say he can't shoot no Ki blast. He can't do none of that. Only he could strengthen his body with it. Or if you have everybody can learn this, but Deku is the only one who can adapt faster than the average person. So Deku will actually learn Ki and basic Ki sensing and like using the Ki to strengthen his body. So Deku is actually a pretty tough kid at this point. And then now he thought about it. If he uses Ki to go through his whole body, I'm gonna say his muscles like they'll do like 10 months. Imagine it a little bit more bulkier, a little bit more. So I'm gonna say at this point of Deku's learning how to control Ki, he thought about how about using one for all, like it's going through his body, like his Ki. So, but Deku at this point didn't know how much percent of power he's gonna use, because he was fighting, adapting, and cleaning that shit trash in the beach for 3 days, and training for this much, like for 5 months. Deku doesn't know how much percent power he's using. So he would actually concentrate on like starting little. He would start at 1% of one for all, and go through his whole body, and it will be one for all full counting at 1%. And then Deku will go up to 2, 3, 4, and 5. And unknown to Deku, it doesn't really hurt him. And then Deku go up to 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. And Deku think this is his like his limit breaking point, but he doesn't know that. But I'm gonna say he only learns 10% for now. That's what he thinks in his head. He think he only can do 10%, and now he got 10% full counting. So he's testing his new speed and strength, and it's unimaginable. This boy is learning so fast because his goddamn adapting quirk. I'm gonna say his teacher has a strength and a weaving quirk. So every time there's like a fast thing going at his teacher, he can instantly dodge, and they hit him with a powerful punch after. So yeah, Deku is basically getting some good ass training. Basically, Deku is basically learning how to use his powers a bit, and now he think he can use his ki with his one for all for counting at 20%. When he tested like doing a punch on a shockwave on the water of the lake, when All Might was there, that shit went high. I mean, the river went high at the point. So yeah, the river went high, and imagine the lamppost y'all ever see on the street. Imagine it going up to that length. That's how Deku strong is with his ki at this point. I'm gonna say his ki control. I mean, it's like power level for his ki is at like 80% of his ki. That's all Deku can do right now. Combined with his 10% one for all, it's like 90% of ki with his one for all at 10%. So basically, Deku is basically training, and it was the U.S. Inter exam, and Deku was very, very confident he can do this. And when Bakugo does see Deku, Deku looks at him and smiles, say, "Hey, what's up, Kachan?" And Bakugo would just walk past him, but he noticed Deku's bulked and strong, and he has to wear pressure around him. So Bakugo in this version thinks Deku unlocked his quirk, and he was being like silent about it, like it must have developed late, and then he thinks he must have been quiet training his quirk. So Bakugo is actually kind of not like showing it he's happy, but in his head he's happy Deku got a quirk, and he will tell Deku this point. Make sure you get in the UA. And Deku at this point is like kind of confused and shocked at Bakugo's response. And he said, sure. And then they go in. But before that, the brown-haired girl would actually trip again. But before Deku could even try to catch her, she actually somehow turned on a quirk that's really fast. And then Deku thought he saw pinkish lightning. And y'all wondering, like, wait, does she has one for all? No. She has pink as lightning that she's been practicing for a long, long time. In this version of Uraraka, she doesn't get her gravity quirk because her parents actually get a different type of quirk. She will get lightning manipulation that actually I'm going to explain. She can shoot lightning in the sky and then it'll shock her and give her a massive boost. But it will like kind of mess up her speech pattern if she used too much of it. The only rate she can use up is 3 times. But her speed is incredible strength, but fast. So, but Deku does see a little bit of muscle on her, but he thinks, she might get in. So everything will go almost to canon, almost. But Bakugo's happy Deku got a quirk in this version, so he's not like that bloodthirsty kid as usual, because he knows Deku was not even lying to him at this point. So Deku is basically going and getting the intercept done. He get 100% on it because he's smart at this version. But I'm gonna say no one would know his secret quirk. I'm gonna say because it's a secret quirk, no one would know what it is. So everybody think Deku got a enhancement quirk. So Deku is basically going in, getting some stretches in. This time he didn't mother because he's very confident he can do this. So Ida didn't call him out. And when Deku was stretching, he sees the same sex girl again stretching just like him, but more flexible than this version. He wants to walk up to her, but he just said, "Nah, I don't want to distract her." And the look on her face he sees is determination to win. And Deku thinks, is she a mini Bakugo? When it started, Deku and Uraraka was the only one who blitzed through. And Deku surprisingly noticed Uraraka was keeping up with his 8% of speed. Combined with his 80% of ki, 89%. Actually, no, he only used 8%, and he's surprised she's keeping up with his speed. And she's surprised he's keeping up with her speed. And she does see green lightning around Deku at the speed. So she thinks, is this lightning quirk? But she doesn't think about that. But after they notice about each other, they just split and just start destroying robots left and right. Everything is basically going not really similar because Deku knows how to control one for all in this version. Because he has an adapting quirk that literally he doesn't even know about. Even his mother doesn't know about this. So Deku is destroying robots left and right. All Might is smiling that his successor actually learned how to control this quirk. Nezu thinks All Might trained him this well, but... And then All Might looks at the other screen to see Chaka or Uraraka. On the other screen, destroying robots left and right with speed and technique. And he looks back to Deku and see he's using different techniques. So I'm going to say up to this point, Deku got like 400 points while Uraraka has 300. And I'm going to say it's breaking this record. After letting some of the sophisticated, like the other people get some points, Deku and Uraraka felt a shaking in the ground. And they just like run over there and then notice something. They heard a cry for help and then they look down and they see a green-haired girl whose name is actually Froppy. Froppy, I just call her Froppy because I don't like calling her Sue because it's kind of my style now. And there's another girl named Momorariozu. Deku and Uraraka, without even thinking, will blitz down there and save them. And blitz it back, even not knowing they're using like Deku's using 10% of his speed now. Uraraka, I'm gonna say she has like the same quality speed she's running at as the same rate as Deku right now. And Deku and Uraraka will set them down and let them be there. And everybody was saying no one can beat that thing. Uraraka and Deku will actually look up and smile because they want to test something out. So Deku and Uraraka dash, and Uraraka would do like 2 lightning bolt strike on her, boosting her speed and strength a little bit more. And Deku will actually, without even knowing, will boost his ki up to 90% of his ki, and boost up to 20% without knowing. So Uraraka and Deku are fast in speed, and they will not notice once they jump up and try to punch this robot. Uraraka's like a fist turn into straight up purple lightning that she never actually seen before. And Deku will try to go with a 20% like Detroit Smash, but he noticed there's like a error on his fist, but he thinks this is one for all, but it's like natural to him with ki. So I'm gonna say once they punched that robot got flown back and destroyed by purple lightning. So Deku and Uraraka is just shocked and kind of surprised they using their sword of power that pushed them that far. So now Deku's like determination to actually use 20% of One for All now, but he thinks he can go further. Uraraka at this point is surprised. She used Purple Lightning. I mean, she can actually use Purple Lightning now. So she's actually thinking she should train this into using her whole entire body. Now she got a new determination to do this. So everything will go. They will leave. Bakugo will see Deku at this last point and say, "Well, how'd it go, nerd?" And Deku is actually surprised that Bakugo is actually being nice to him, but he said he went well. Bakugo smiled and actually just walk around with Deku. But the same girl that he did that punch with actually stops Deku and asks her, is kind of his number. Not like that, not really that fast. I'm not doing the ship that quick, man. And Deku will take this and actually put her name down and instruct Uraraka, but he didn't know her name at this point. And they would introduce names, and Deku would introduce Bakugo, and Uraraka would just shake Bakugo's hand in the respect. And at this point, Deku and Uraraka will actually be texting and saying how each other was actually amazing and their power and all that. So Deku thinks, should he invite her to his dojo to get more training? And he would ask her, does she want to go to this dojo to get more stronger? She would actually think about this and actually say, yeah, when it's gonna start. I'm gonna say the UA interests them like when they go to UA, it's like the next Monday. They're on a Friday, so they said this Saturday. And she will nod and actually go with them, but Bakugo will actually say, well, where you going? And Deku actually explained to him he was going to his dojo, and he's the same girl. He was actually asked her to come along, and he thought, why not bring Bakugo? Well, Deku is mad about Bakugo bullying him having no quirk, but now Deku has a quirk. Bakugo switched up for some reason. So Deku is actually introducing the two to his master, and his master said, got me a prize possession, Suzuki. Now I'm gonna train them to the bone. And Deku was actually laughing a little bit like Goku, and the two in the back, were just scared. So while Bakugo and Uraraka is learning the training that Deku did, but yeah, they learned the training Deku did, and actually pushing their bodies beyond their limits. So Bakugo can use his explosions like his season 3 counterpart. How's the impact? AP shot and the big explosions without any problems. And he can use the ki to enhance his body, but he can't use anything else. But he can use his ki to enhance explosions. While Uraraka, on the other hand, will actually got her Purple Lightning down. Cause it's a Sunday, they got their powers down real quick. So Uraraka can use Purple Lightning without any trouble and actually boost it. And then until she was sparring with Deku, she actually boosted to a Black Lightning that she was surprised and it was too powerful for her. So she's working on going to that level of gold. While Bakugo is actually boosting his strength so much that Deku can see an aura around Bakugo. And Bakugo's using this aura and actually boosting this strength so much it can boost the explosion to the max. I mean, imagine this: Bakugo down the street, big ass explosion with his full power explosions going all the way up a street. Compared to a store to downtown, yeah, that's how far he can go. So Deku at this point will actually learn Ki and actually learn he can do the green aura just like Bakugo. And Uraraka will learn it as well, but she will rather not use it all the time. I'm going to say it drains stamina. So Bakugo has a lot of goddamn stamina at this point. So is Deku, because he's been training mostly with his master for long. So Deku will actually boost up his One for All percentages to from 20 to 30 to 40%. And Deku doesn't even know how long he can keep going, to be honest. So everything was going to the school day. But Deku asks his master, does he have like a gift for him? Because Deku does see, and the other two does see, Deku's master will give them a kind of type of gi. Well, I'm gonna say what their suits will look like for the hero costumes. Deku will actually get the same type of color, but I'm gonna say his gi will actually look like kind of like Goku Black, but not really, because it's like the middle is green and the whole like black outside lines is basically white, and the belt is actually kind of fucking red. So Deku has like the Goku Black gi, but in his style. But Uraraka will have like a white lightning bolt on her gi, and basically it has like that Goku, that kind of Goku suit a little bit, just a little. Bakugo will have his colors on his gi, like how his hero costume looked, but yeah, he has that kind of type of gi. So Deku thanks the three students will thank the master and go on their way. So that's the first day of UA. Deku and Bakugo will actually, and Uraraka will go into the thing, and then everybody was surprised about the two right next to Bakugo and saying they're the one who destroyed the 0-pointer. Bakugo looks at him like, really? You two destroyed? Okay. And Deku say, no, Picasso and stuff like that. And Uraraka says, And then they both like, oh god, we made him mad. So everything will go up to cannon until the locker rooms at this point. And Kirishima will look at Bakugo and Deku saying like, damn guys, you were man, you got the grip. And Bakugo and Deku just laughing like, yeah. And then Kirishima asks what kind of training did they do, and Deku will actually say push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice. And he said, how many? Like 100. I'm not gonna. 90 push-ups and sit-ups and plenty of juice every day. Kiyoshi was like, I'm gonna die if I try, but fuck it, I'll do it to get that kind of vibe. Deku would smile, but Deku would look over and see them and that peeping. And Deku was like, And he tapped Bakugo's head with it. What do you want to do with this perfect real quick? Like, what you want to do with this perfect real quick? And Bakugo's like, how about we do this? Bakugo actually hold his hand up by me in his face. No key, no nothing. The hand just blast. And Deku would actually just tap me out, and then Mito said, what, it's my peeping time, and then he get blasted through the wall. And the girls was like, screaming like, what the fuck? Oh, Raku actually noticed that was Bakugo, and since Deku was with him, so they was like, peeper, huh? And Raku should you get dressed? And Mito was not really hurt, it just got blown the fuck up. So when they came out, Aizawa asked what happened to Mineta, and Mineta looked at Bakugo, and they just stare at him like, snitch, you get beat up. And Mineta was like, nothing, sir, I just hit a wall in accident, sir. And Aizawa just looks at him like, as he's looking at the other two, he's like, So everything will go similar, but I'm gonna say Bakugo doesn't go first, Deku does. And he said, alright, how much was your far throw? And Deku was just like 100 meters. And Aizawa was actually kind of shocked that he went 100 meters. And he said, activate your quirk and don't hold back. Deku said, say less. And Aizawa was like, wait, what does that do? Deku powered up to 50% on one for all. And Deku harnessed his ki. That is at fucking 100 power level, going up to his 50%, 100%, but 150% of ki mixed with his one for all, and he launches that bitch. That bitch went into space. And Deku said, wait. Now that Deku thought about it, he put a little bit of his ki like to control it a little bit, and he said, Aizawa, do we need the sun? And he said, yeah. And he said, fuck. And Bakugo and Uraraka is laughing at his ass for not thinking about it. And Deku's just using his key to move the ball. Like move. And that ball went into fucking Jupiter, and that Jupiter was destroyed. And everybody saw that because kind of explosion. Like, this kid ain't human. And Deku walked back embarrassed, and Bakugo and Uraraka is laughing like. And he said, "Oh, you can do better." And Bakugo's like, "Oh, bad. Say less." I saw threw him a ball. Oh my God, this is going hard. And Deku, looking at Bakugo, he's surrounded by a fucking yellow aura going into his hand, covering the ball with fucking his energy, and powering up his powerful explosion, and shot that bitch. Almost, actually went into the atmosphere and infinity, just like a Deku's. And everybody's like, "What the fuck?" And it was Uraraka's turn. Uraraka's like, fuck it, I'm not holding back. She will use her Black Lightning, full, like, I'm gonna say it's kind of like Full Column, but like Killua's more better. Like, she'll call it the Black God Speed. I'm gonna call it that because what else to call it? And she would launch that bitch. Adding her key into that shit too. That shit went infinity. So Deku and Uraraka and Bakugo are at the top spot. And I'm gonna say, this, yeah, they passed the whole shit. But then I'm gonna say this a bit. No one gets expelled, but I'm gonna say this is like the episode, the end of the episode. But if you guys like how I did this shit, tell me. And I love this, and I hope you guys love this video more than I do. But please give me more likes. I love doing these videos, but I don't have no good ideas most of the time. So that's why I need your guys' help in the comments. And I still didn't do the Meliodas one of. Actually, I already did that one. Yeah, I should actually continue on the one with Naruto and Hinata with from Forgotten Clan because I was rushing on that. I am very sorry, but I'll do that one next time. So peace out, love you guys, and hope you guys like this video.